Yo.
The 1 minute mark.
Oh, he said whenever you're ready.
Yeah, what was that?
Fam, it's been the same 15 seconds we've been doing for like 3 years.
All right.
And welcome back to another episode of Sophisticated Ignorance. I am your host, Steven.
I'm Nieema.
I'm Vixon.
And I'm happy to be back.
We're back.
I feel like it seems like we haven't been here in a while, but we were just here the other day.
Right, for our 3-year anniversary party. And thank you to everyone who came. It was like a lot of fun.
Turned
it
3
was
years
dope
old.
having conversations with everybody.
Yeah. Those of you who couldn't make it, I wish you could have. I definitely had my trap sangria on deck.
Shout out to the trap sangria first and foremost.
It was so good.
All my friends said that shit was crazy good.
Thank you.
It was good, but everybody kept saying how like there was a hit. I didn't feel the hit.
No, there was a hit.
I don't know. Maybe you're so like controlled.
I don't know.
There was definitely a hit.
I don't know. I've never had nobody who had that who didn't feel anything.
Yeah, I didn't feel. I was good.
Something is.
It was by the time whatever the fuck Bianca brought. What Bianca brought was the shit that.
What was that? The
Jose
Jose.
Oh,
yeah, she was wildin'.
Shout out to B.
She
Kane.
was wildin'.
My baby.
Was she wildin'?
No, matter of fact, it's not even her fault. It's Andrea's fault. Cause I took my shot. And then she's like, "Oh, y'all ain't make eye contact. You gotta take another shot."
Yeah, what is that shit about?
No, that's what we do. So when you take shots, you're supposed to look each other in the eye. So you say your cheers, your toast, whoever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
You tap it on the table or wherever you are. You look each other in the eye for good luck, so you don't have bad sex. That's what we always say.
Wow.
And then you take your shot, and it's like so you don't have bad sex for like
the
year
second,
or
second
whatever.
shot had my bottom lip a little numb.
Yeah. I feel like mostly everything hits me hard when I drink nowadays. But if you had the trap sangria and you guzzle it really fast, it'll hit you hard. I like it when it's colder. When
it probably has to be colder.
When it's colder, you can drink it and it's a lot better. You might just have a high tolerance or something. I don't know. Because that shit was really fucking strong.
That shit was
And I wish I would have had juice to help people chase it with. Because I got myself sick.
There was no going back from there.
I got myself sick. I was home like...
So wait, the looking in the eye thing, it prevents what?
Bad sex. That's what we say.
So if you look in someone's eye...
Did y'all get that from somewhere or y'all just made that up?
Andrea.
If you look in someone's eye...
You won't have bad sex.
Okay, then
it's kind of like when you say a toast to people, you're supposed to look at everybody. You say a toast with good luck.
Okay, then
and you actually mean what you say.
That is very accurate if that's the case.
So when we're out and we're doing shots, because I don't really drink dark liquor. I mostly do tequila, vodka, and I only take shots mostly. So when we do shots, we say that, so we don't have bad sex.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Andrea's fault.
That was proven that night, yes.
I hope she was cute. That's another discussion.
Don't do this.
I'm not editing that out. But
don't edit it out. Don't.
The answer is everyone had a good time, and that's it.
I mean,
next topic.
As far as I know, everyone had a good time. Whoever did it, that's our problem.
We're back, like we said. I feel like we say we're back a lot, at least 3 times a year.
I'm getting tired of it.
So then we need to come up with something else then.
Well, when we were promoting this whole thing, we're coming back, or we're coming, or whatever. And now we're here.
You got a bulge.
It's so crazy. Okay, sorry to cut you off, but a lot of my jeans and my pants don't fit my waist anymore. My waist is small. So, ladies,
no waist Nieema for the 99 and 2000s.
And 20.
Facts.
So, you sit down, ladies, like your pants kind of like buckle and bulge. It's just mad annoying because it makes it like you have a bigger
now you
stomach.
know how the niggas feel when they have like the pants tent.
Does that mean they have big penises or small penises?
Nah. It's like the way... It's weird because no matter what pair of pants, unless you're wearing like skinny jeans, you'll like create a tent so it makes it look like you have an erect penis and it's just open space.
We used to do that shit back in the day.
Yeah.
It's
just annoying.
Oh.
Because then it's weird because if somebody just happened to look like, sir, why is your penis hard?
Right.
It's
kind of
we're in social studies class.
It's kind of like Anchorman. That scene.
No, you guys are ridiculous. But yes, I don't know how transparent we want to be with our listeners about why we had a little break. I mean, I don't mind.
Fuck all that.
Ouch.
I don't mind. I tell my business all the time.
It's not that much business,
whatever.
Really. I mean,
everybody
we just took a break.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We can leave it at that.
We can leave it at that.
All right.
I mean,
we had to get our house in order. And,
right.
Yeah.
We're friends, we're family, so we just had to straighten up, get some shit together,
Other people be taking breaks, so why can't we?
Yeah, I'm not saying we can't, but at the same time, we want to be honest with our listeners and be as transparent as possible. There's nothing wrong with saying certain things.
No, I agree.
I feel like a lot of times we don't discuss things as honestly as we can. Maybe that's why they feel like they can't really relate to us so much. We kind of keep things very surface level.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, because one is fucking New York City, and everybody knows everybody.
Who knows everybody?
Everybody knows everybody.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Like sometimes I'll know people either through my sister or mutual friends I have, and then I find out like Vixon might know this person or you might know this person, and it's just like, why do I know fucking everybody some way somehow?
Right. In that regard, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't. At the same time, it doesn't have anything to do with us and our show.
Right.
Yeah, but you know how people are.
We have listeners outside of New York.
Yeah.
So.
But you still know how people are.
Whatever.
People are gonna
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Regardless,
we just need to get our house in order. We're all friends. We all love each other, and we just didn't like each other for a little bit.
I wouldn't say that.
Nah, that's a bit strong.
Who said that? Who said that?
That's a bit
Who said we didn't like each other?
Is it?
We were all going through shit, and it just accumulated in lack of communication.
It was like everybody had personal stuff going on, which obviously is gonna affect everything in your life. And that included a podcast.
Coasting. Okay, we could go with that.
Yeah.
What you mean we could go with that? Is that not the truth, or
am I wrong?
It's the closest thing to the truth.
It's the closest thing to the
truth. Okay.
And we'll leave it at that.
Nah, you said it as if like I just made this shit up on the fly.
No, you didn't make it up on the fly. We all did have personal things going on that we were dealing with during the summer and before the summer came in. You know what I'm saying? And then there was also lack of communication when it came to us. Right. And what we needed to do as far as the show, which probably created a little bit of tension and misunderstanding because of the miscommunication.
Which happens.
So, we took some time off to reevaluate what we wanted to do with the show and how we felt about the show, each other working with the show, and how we can relate more to you guys, our listeners, to make us seem a little bit more approachable, a little bit more friendly, because we're really trying to figure out where is the disconnect in some sort of way. I don't know if anybody else want to talk about it, but when we had our live show planned, it didn't go the way we wanted, so that kind of put a damper on us.
Agreed.
So, with this, we had our anniversary party just to get to know you guys a little bit more and see who will come out, if you really fucked with us like that. And we appreciate everyone who showed up, and those who couldn't show up, we appreciate you at least for reaching out and letting us know, because y'all were dope as fuck. Y'all was genuine.
Yeah, people on the social shouted us out for the 3 years, so I mean, at least people notice. You know what I'm saying? Like I just was talking to, at my job we produced these shoots at people's homes, and then I was mentioning to the people that we were producing I mentioned our podcast because they do a podcast as well. It was like, oh, I think I've heard of y'all before.
Oh, so cute! Yay!
Our name is getting around. You know
our name is getting around.
But we just gotta get around a little bit more.
But
I think
we just want to figure out how we can be one of your favorites.
What, more accessible?
Yeah, we gotta be a little bit more accessible.
More accessible, one of your favorites.
Not
really cool,
mixy, but accessible. You know
we want to hang out with you guys. Not in a weird, creepy way. Not like begging for friends or anything. But we do like to get to know the people who listen to the show, because it's a lot of people who actually listen to the show and I do not know. Until they bring us some shit. I said, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's always weird.
Yeah.
Like I get the one random DM or whatever, like, oh, congrats on this, congrats on that. You listen?
Yeah, it'd be weird, right? So you never know.
You ain't throw a post up, no nothing. Like you just
they listen
out here lurking.
Baby, we're gonna get into lurking about my lukewarm
segue
hot girl summer. We're gonna get into that.
I was a guest host on. I was a special guest on one of those adventures.
Man, listen. So,
oh no, we're not talking about that.
No, we're definitely gonna talk about it. Like,
talk about it.
I'm walking out the roof for that one.
Nope. I mean, it was. Well,
no, Niema's the captain of this ship. Don't try to segue this.
Should have never gave no niggas no management. Cause I'm gonna talk about it.
Talk about it.
Okay.
But we can get into let's talk about our summers.
Ladies first.
No, mine's is good.
Oh yeah.
So mine's gonna go last.
Mine's is pretty decent.
Mine's was kind of chill for the most part.
It was.
You know me. I'm Mr. like laid back chill all the time.
Yeah,
so.
I couldn't even get him tipsy with fucking trap sangria.
Word.
Like I had to figure out something else to hit you harder with.
Straight.
Wow, that sounds very problematic.
Straight Douce, no chaser. That'll probably do it.
Nah, I prefer my Douce mix.
You're safe in my hands, Steven.
Oh, brother.
You're
I don't trust you.
What you mean? You think she gonna root for you? Like, come on.
Fam.
I would.
You just now got around. This is 10 years of shenanigans with this one.
It's a lot of things.
Granted.
You don't know Nieema the same way I know Nieema. So.
Granted.
She knows why I curve her.
Well, every time we've linked, it's been a good time, so I don't know.
Yeah,
all right.
yes,
well.
yes. I'm like, Steven.
But yeah, my summer was kind of chill. Well, it kind of started off. I ended a relationship with somebody, so that wasn't. That was a bit weird, or just a gray cloud.
Well, how extensive was the relationship?
We was dating for like a few months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was kind of somewhat, sort of mutual, but at the same time, it was more so me making that decision.
Okay.
And I know how much that person liked me, so it was kind of rough ending that.
Mm-hmm.
But then just going into the summer was cool. Like, you know, just hitting up movies, stepping out a little bit here and there, working. For the few people that know where I work at, we do have happy hour over there, like, every day. So I was spending most of the time at work on the roof, chilling. Yeah, that's how my summer was.
Okay.
It wasn't nothing too crazy.
And people don't know where we shot our photo shoot was at Steven's job.
Yeah. Shout outs to Liv.
Yeah.
Shout out Liv.
Those pictures came out. The aesthetic of it.
I put that shit everywhere.
Was dope. I look good as fuck.
That shit is on my desktop. That shit is on my phone.
Like,
I'm mad at your sisters.
No, I was very happy with the end result of everything. How everything eventually came about. Like, it was beautiful. We looked really fucking good. All of us. I love those pictures.
Like we does this.
Like, we look like
professionals.
You know, yeah.
What you was gonna say at first, or you was formulating
something really
the word?
ignorant.
I mean, it is in the title.
Like a cartel. Like, I was feeling like
we dealing out here, son.
Like we really out
Okay,
here.
I can see it. I can see it.
Especially that picture when we were coming up the stairs, like we about to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
I could have photoshopped some money in there.
You should have.
Money.
No. Next time. Next time.
No, next time.
Please.
We're on season 3 of this shit.
No.
And we all know the 3rd season of any show kind of goes crazy, so.
Right. This is our 3rd season.
I don't do the seasons. I don't know why people do that.
Plot twist. We need a plot twist. What's gonna happen?
I don't know.
That should be the name of the segment, plot twist.
It'll probably be on my behalf, though. You know, shit be a little shaky with me.
Little?
But hopefully...
I don't even rocking the boat.
I don't need no plot twist in life.
Baby, let's talk about what you had going on. You had a lot going on before the summer started. You know, Steven said he ended a relationship of sorts.
I mean, but that was like when my relationship ended, that was pre-summer.
That's what I said, pre-summer going into the summer.
Yeah, so
that's how your hot boy summer started.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's how it commenced. And then Megan really just fueled the fire.
You know, I'm finally getting on the Megan wave. It took me a really, really long time to, like, really get used to her sound.
Well, her sound's probably about to change because she signed to Rock Nation.
And I'm excited about that.
I
want to see how it's going to shake things up. I want to see, quote unquote, how they clean her up. I want to see. I just want to see how it's going to go.
I don't think they have to clean her up.
I'm just the cowboy hats. Like, I'm really over it.
It's just a weird...
She has cowboy hats on?
She wears cowboy hats.
She wore a cowboy hat. She's from Houston, so that's her thing. What? It's the truth.
I get it. You're saying you're a stallion, cowboy, but I'm tired of the cowboy hats, honestly.
So what would you want them to?
I like the way she's been looking
chaps?
lately.
You want to wear chaps?
No, let's just scrap the whole cowgirl.
Okay, well everyone's been talking about her stylist got to get fired because.
Oh no! Well, I kind of like
some of
the
her looks have
outfit
been kind of wild.
I like the outfit she wore for the Coach fashion show.
Okay.
Because Michael B. Jordan is helping Coach like relaunch.
No, but there was one.
And that outfit was really cute.
That was a good one.
It was simple. It was sexy. It wasn't too much.
There was another one where it was like a purple strap and then her bra was out and then I don't know, purple string shits. She looked like a Batman villain.
Hey,
it was
see,
a little strange.
Rock Nation might help with that.
Maybe.
I don't think they covered that department.
They don't have stylists?
It's more so management, so I don't think like
brand management, I guess.
Man.
Yeah, I don't think they cover the aesthetic portion of it. I mean, they do have Puma, so you might see her in more Puma attire.
Okay, Puma's cute.
I don't know if Puma makes stuff for her brand per se.
Like hot girl shit.
Yeah.
It's about to get cold. I mean,
it's already cold.
Is it? It's 80 degrees
it's
outside.
Well, okay, the weather's bipolar.
It's mixy. It's mixy, like most of New York.
Like New York, yes. Yeah. It gets mixy around this time of year.
You know.
So you're wearing a sweater on top and fucking shorts at the bottom.
No, that's what the whites do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. The weather's not confusing, son. Come on.
Yeah, but still, it just looks stupid.
I mean, it can look cute. It depends on how you do it. Like a cute pair of shorts, a nice little oversized sweater, maybe V-neck with a little shoulder showing, a cute shoe and a purse, some shades, some jewelry.
How many instances have you witnessed this?
When I do it.
Oh.
Now you look like Jonas.
So, next topic.
No, other than that, summer was cool. You know, outside of work and
what did you get into? I'm gonna get into the nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty.
Vixon summer, like nothing crazy happened. You didn't have like a night.
I mean, some mistakes were made, others not so much. Yeah. But you know, that is my life. I stay making mistakes.
Well, when are we gonna stop?
Well, we're gonna stop now.
I feel like
hella lying. Bro.
I'm not hella lying.
I feel like we've had.
Lying.
We've had the same episode.
Yeah.
With the same. That was episode 2.
Yeah.
It was. Well, 3 years later, you know, some things don't change. But you know, as we grow,
here he goes.
When a nigga tell you about his growth,
you know,
when a nigga tell you about his growth,
with the finger shake.
When a nigga tell you about his growth, he's actually shrinking before your eyes.
The point is, we are living better now. That's it.
Are we?
I am.
Living good.
Compared to 3 years ago?
Better.
Oh, deaf.
Oh, yeah, but, okay.
Ooh.
It's been about 3 years.
I'm excited. I love you guys. I love you, Bianca.
Word.
Well,
there's been a lot.
That transition was just wild.
Was it?
A little bit.
No, nothing notable.
Because you went from talking about growth to the 3-year anniversary of the show. I don't know how we got there.
I mean,
we got there.
Yeah, no, other than that, summer's been pretty cool. Just going out on dates and hanging out and chilling and working and getting some money. And best I've ever been, to be honest.
How's dating been?
Dating's great.
Or lack of dating?
Dating's fine. It's pretty stable. Nothing
Nothing too crazy. So you're enjoying
the single life?
The single life and no real expectations of people and like their feelings and having to fucking care.
I'm enjoying the single life, but I'm also enjoying doing I'm also enjoying doing things by myself. Like, for example, Labor Day, right? Usually for Labor Day, I'm, like, out and about with my cousins and going out and doing all that stuff. But for the first time ever, I guess, I went out for the whole weekend just by myself.
Isn't it fun?
I can't do it.
It was kind of cool.
Get it together. Why you can't do it?
I just can't do it.
Can't go out by yourself?
Nah. I need somebody to interact with.
Every place I went, I found someone to interact with.
I'm good with strangers.
Oh, they're not strangers until you get to know them. Then they're cool people.
And people will want to talk to you.
And keep in mind, there's no obligation. There's no obligation to keep up with them. It's like you talk for them in that moment, and then bye.
I hate small talk.
Then they can make it long talk.
This nigga mad annoying.
You don't have to do small talk.
So fucking annoying.
You know,
I'm telling you why I don't do this shit, and then you give me counter reasons.
You know what brings people together? Alcohol. You start with alcohol and it goes from there.
I go out a lot by myself. And not because I don't necessarily have nobody to go with. It's just like a lot of things I do is on the spur of the moment. And the way my time is set up, if I actually have a few hours to do something, I'm probably by myself and I'm just going to wing it. Like, I love going to the bar and sitting there having my drinks and chilling. If I come from work, then I look like, who's that girl sitting at the bar by herself? But you guys know how I dress when I'm at work. And it's just like, she waiting for somebody, her date stood her up. And it's like, nah, I'm chilling.
Why can't you just
having fun, taking shots with the bartenders. And I enjoy that free time.
I can't. Because
I
only indulge in, like, art exhibits, museums, going to the movies and shit like that. So I need to.
Because he's so fucking deep.
I'm telling you the shit I like.
A different kind of nigga.
I'm telling you.
He moves different.
I'm telling you the shit I like, right?
I ain't like that.
He moves different.
You want the transparency, right? Yes or no?
Oh, my God.
Steven, talk that shit. What you like? Tell the people.
Yes or no? You wanted me to be transparent, right? I'm telling you the shit I like, right?
He likes art museums. He likes wine openings. I don't know.
Yeah, he likes wine tastings. Ice wine tastings.
Ice wine tastings? What the fuck is that?
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So what is it?
All right, art openings. I guess
Nice
book.
In general, the shit I
whatever.
like to do, I prefer to do with somebody else, so we can have the conversation.
Okay, I get it. You can still do it by yourself.
I tried the whole doing it by yourself thing. It's just not for me. You felt awkward? Yeah, I just felt like bored, not lack of interaction with somebody.
Which kind of goes back to that whole intro extra thing we were talking about.
Yeah. So it's like I'm like smack dab in the middle.
Got you.
Of it.
And B.
Yeah. I'm right in the middle. It just depends on my mood for me mostly. Okay.
I've been doing it a lot more lately just because I know, kind of similar to Steven, like I feel like I have to have somebody there, but doing stuff by myself is cool too.
Oh, your own time.
Yeah, on time. Just not really having the pressures of like, oh, I need somebody to be there to like feel.
Right.
I mean, it's just. Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to enjoy shit by your fucking self. Sometimes I feel like
not
that.
even on some because I'm tired of people.
No, it's like I just want to do it by myself and I'll have my own moment in this space and just sit and be quiet. Like I feel like in my profession I talk all day. I have to talk to people, and sometimes I just want to do something.
But look at the people you're talking to, though.
And not talk.
But look at the people you're talking to, though.
Yeah.
I would want to be by myself. Like.
And I want quiet. Sometimes after I leave work, I don't want to hear music. I just want quiet and I want to chill and I just want to have a nice drink.
Mm-hmm.
And
see, I get the total opposite at work.
Oh,
I don't have nobody.
Yeah.
I don't have nobody to talk to, and the kind of work I do, everybody's really focused on their computer, so the communication is minimal. And then diversity is to shit. So.
Have you been to my job?
No, I want to come because you guys cook a lot, right?
Huh?
Do you guys cook a lot? You still do that cooking segment thing?
No, I mean we make food because that's a part of the job, but.
No leftovers.
No, just somewhat leftovers.
Man, Vixon.
It gotta have spice though. Sometimes there's no seasoning, and that's only that's only because it's being made for like pictures and videos. It doesn't gotta taste good. It gotta look good, I guess.
Got you. Okay.
So
cute.
I mean, when I'm hungry, it slaps. But other than that, I gotta throw some salt and pepper, a little bit of spice, hot sauce, all the shits. Yeah, pretty much. No, deadass. Yes. I'm being really serious.
I threw a beach party this summer in Vixon.
Yes, you did.
It was so much fun. We had a good time. If you guys follow me, then you probably saw the pictures.
Yes. I was there with a person, and that person was with me.
Right.
And we both.
He said himself because he didn't have to Mission Airport.
We both accompanied each other.
I came with a person, but that person was with me. Duh.
I'm not going to go into too much detail, but the answer is I was accompanied with someone, and we both came, and we had a good time.
Yeah, we had a really good time. Trap Sangria was there. That's when I first introduced it to everybody.
Word. That was the...
Do you want to give people the recipe, or
no.
that?
No.
Okay.
You know what? I don't even want to know the recipe. Just keep it coming.
Yeah.
I'll ask you off here.
Just, cool. You should really just bottle it, and I'll buy it from you.
That'll work.
Because, it gets people where they need to go.
I think
it's been a while since Nutcracker's been a thing.
Right.
Hey.
You know how hard it was for me to find fucking Nutcrackers this summer?
Oh, it was very easy for me.
Bro, it was so hard. Because everybody make them nasty, slushy Capri Sun pouches. I don't want that shit. I want a straight up
that's
Nutcracker.
Why Nutcrackers ain't a thing no more.
Yeah, they make them fucking Capri Sun pouches.
I went to fucking... What's his face? Spike Lee's block party.
Okay, that's Brooklyn.
That's
Nutcrackers is an uptown thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's an uptown thing, and nobody's really making it.
I don't know about y'all, but I had my share of Nutcrackers.
But y'all only had it at that one event. Like, Nutcrackers used to be a thing all
summer.
Oh,
no, yeah, definitely.
Round.
I get that.
And it's, like, not the authentic Nutcrackers no more. It's the fucking Capri Sun pouches, like...
Shit's, like, infused with green tea.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is this? Mango berry. I don't want no mango berry splash Nutcracker. What is this?
I know my homeboy did,
Red?
But he works for a production company. He does that shit. And he not Nutcrackers, the
Capri Sun juices? Yeah,
but he does it with Douce, and he actually served Bianca and Hove at Made in America.
Oh yeah, I know homeboy. That sounds him.
Yeah, well, I want the Nutcrackers that come in green, red, no flavor, no name to it. I want the red one. I want the blue. I want the green. I want the yellow. I don't want to know what's in it.
You want to taste the rainbow?
Word. Why you laughing? It's true. You want to taste the rainbow, son?
Nah, she knew where her mind went.
Of
fucking
course.
Creep.
Good job.
Go on.
Good job.
Throw your whole shit off.
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Yes, you couldn't find no nutcracker all summer long.
Yes, and I had a beach party. It was fun. My old classmates came out.
Your classmates came out?
Yeah.
Yeah. From
Aveda.
From school? Remember? She went to school?
I didn't see those pictures.
That was last season.
Yeah, Daphne. I went to school with her.
As I said, that was last season.
This nigga is mad annoying because he Alright. Well, my classmates came.
Okay. I was there, so yes, I know.
Shout
Lovely
to
people.
Oh!
Alright, you're slow.
Shout out to Sydney, Kaya,
I've never met the girl.
Everybody.
Yeah, cool.
It was fun.
Everybody was cool.
My close girlfriends and co-workers, they came out. Daniel, Ty, Drea, my friend. It was a good ass time. The beach was amazing. I was excited because this summer I finally got a chance to go to the beach, and I went on vacation twice. Facts. That has never been able to happen in at least 4 years.
You got money.
Oh.
I don't have money. I was just budgeting correctly, getting my finances together. And it just happened to work out.
Right. So you got money. Noted.
I ain't got no money.
Lies.
But yeah, I was dating this summer.
Now to the juicy shit.
Don't.
How much time we have? Oh, good. 30 minutes.
Don't do this.
I was dating.
Keep it short,
baby.
Please.
No, this is okay.
First things first. Oh my bad.
So stupid.
No, you mad. Why you mad?
I've officially been single for like a year and a half, almost 2 years now.
Yes.
And I started dating last June. So I started dating one guy that I knew. That was going good. It's really dope. But we was talking about ghosting. He ghosted me and he came back, and he ghosted me and he came back.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was so strange. But I would tell him, like, my nigga, like, it's cool. Like, we don't have to continue dating. And I don't think men are used to hearing that from a woman. And having a woman genuinely mean, like, it's okay. Like, we don't have to date if it's not working out. I think what happened with him was that he just started to like me a little too much, but he wasn't ready for what he was necessarily feeling, and he didn't know how to move. I was like, we don't have to talk no more, bro, if you confused.
Right.
So, that ended.
Ghostbusters.
Then he popped up again, like, on my Instagram, like, liking shit and stuff like that. And I'm like, texting Steven, like, this nigga is back. I don't know what he wants, but he's fucking back.
That's a plot twist.
And we didn't, he would DM me and I wouldn't answer him because it's like, what the fuck you want? Like, you're being strange now. And he actually, so I'm at work and this girl comes up to me. She's like, you're Nieema, right? And I'm like, yeah. And in my job, like, I don't really remember too many faces because there's so many women that come in and out of the salon. So I'm like, yeah, and automatically I'm kind of defensive because I don't know why you asking me, bitch, who are you? Yes, I'm Nieema, who are you? You know, like, it's Brooklyn. These bitches run up on you. I don't know if I know your nigga. I don't know, but who are you? She was like, I'm like, yeah, I'm Nieema. She was like, you know, such and such. And my heart dropped, and I'm looking at her like, the fuck? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. What was the question? And she was like, such and such. Yeah, they know you. And I'm like, okay, like, what do you want? And she was like, well, I told him I was coming here. And he told me, you worked here. I'm like, okay. He was like, yeah, so he told me to give you a message. And I'm like, wild. The fuck? I'm like,
that's weird.
I'm still standing. Now I'm pissed off. Now I'm upset because it's like,
what is this?
Right.
What do you want?
Then she showed me the message in her phone, and it was him. So he's her coworker with us. I guess she was like, oh yeah, I'm going here to get such and such done. He was like, oh, I know Nieema, she works there. And she was like, oh, okay. He's like, well, can you give a message for me? She's like, what? And he was like, tell Nieema I said she needs to come back home. And mind you, this is a nigga who was, if y'all know that Chris Brown song, Undecided, it was one of them situations for him. And so I'm like, come back home. This nigga talk. Now I'm irked. Now I want to slap the shit out of you because you're getting on my nerves.
Now you're talking riddles?
And why do you have people sending me messages?
Why do you have people coming for you in the first place?
At my job.
That's some movie shit.
I'm telling you, it's been so fucking weird to someone with niggas are dating. It's been really crazy. So then I looked at her.
But wait, there's more.
So I looked at her and she's kind of like doing that awkward smile, like, because she was like, some shit is wrong. Like, this isn't no normal. Hey, send Nieema a message for me.
Right, but why would she even agree? Well,
and I even asked my coworkers, like, did she come in and ask for me? I never seen her before. She was like, no. So you had to show this girl a picture of me for her to know she is, because I was on lunch and I came back on the floor, and then she was leaving out and she stopped me. So he had to have given her a picture.
Yo, can you imagine homegirl looking at her phone like, oh, that's
her.
That's my target.
That's her right there. That's her right there. Because I'm asking my friend, like, did she ask for me? She was like, no. I'm like, was she waiting for me? She was like, no. And I had been on the floor for at least 10 minutes having a conversation with everybody, including her, for to do that. So I'm like, are you related to him? She's like, no, I'm his coworker. I was like, okay, well, tell him I said kiss my ass. Like, she's like, yeah, bitch, you want to deliver messages, deliver this shit back.
What was she expecting?
I don't
know. What was any of them expecting?
I don't know. And I was furious. And my friend and my coworker, Andrea, she's like, what happened? I told her, she was like, are you fucking serious? She was like, niggas is just weird.
Weird as fuck.
So then we spoke via DM, and he, like, kind of, like, apologized. And he felt like he didn't need to apologize because he didn't think I actually cared. Because I've been going on trips and island hopping and shit. What does that have to do?
You played the jealous card.
I was like,
in
what?
attack mode.
I'm like, but you did this. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody did this.
You did it, not me. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Stay home and be sad, nigga? Like, it was not that serious.
It really wasn't.
It was not that serious.
Wow.
So that happened. And the best part of the summer, before I get into this whole dating situation, I traveled by myself. Took him out going away on your own. I traveled by myself, which was really fun.
Good shit.
I enjoyed it for a few days. In between those days there, that's when I had to call something off with another guy. So I met this guy through business. He was really dope. We had a good conversation or whatever, but I just feel like it was probably one of them situations so where we probably should have stayed friends. Like, it was probably nothing romantic going to escalate from there because I enjoyed speaking to him and hanging out with him, but I didn't get that feeling that you get when you
spark.
Right. At least not for me, but listening, to my friends and my sister, they're just like, oh, well, maybe you're just being a little shallow. Maybe it's just something else that maybe you're just too guarded or whatever the case may be.
Shoulda, woulda,
so I'm
coulda.
like, okay, maybe it is me. So, like, we'll talk and it'd be a good conversation. But when I saw him, I didn't have that. And I'm like, what the, like, maybe I'm just being weird or whatever the case may be. So I sat down with one of my friends one day, and I'm just going through the list of things, like, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. She's like, because you don't like him, bitch. Like, you don't fucking like him.
I mean, that's usually what it means.
Right. So,
that was Cole, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Cole.
Yeah.
She's a rational one.
And then Cole was dating somebody, and I would tell her the same thing. It's like, we both telling each other the same thing, but our friends telling us something different. Maybe we should listen to each other.
Break up with him.
Off with his head.
Maybe we should listen to each other. So, a situation happened, and that was like the cherry on top of the sprinkles on top of the whipped cream on top of the ice cream that made me be like, okay, so it was a whole sundae that was being made, and the final was the cherry. I went in reverse.
Oh yeah, okay.
Haha.
Sorry, I was trying to see.
Like, if you really try to fucking
figure out how you make a
put
fucking
the ice cream sundae together with her instructions.
Backwards.
Yo, keep going. Look at the shit y'all focus on. So where's the cup?
Right, I didn't even get to the bowl yet. So a situation happened, and I was kind of taken aback. I didn't really know how to respond necessarily. I've never been in that situation before, and it just made me think like, okay, Nieema, like, you like him, but there's no spark there. So maybe y'all should have just been friends from the very beginning and kept it very surface level, and you don't necessarily want to deal with the situation that he has going on. So I try to be a mature adult and just tell him like, hey, this is not working no more, etc., etc. And he just completely bombed me. Like,
that's what you
I
get
was
for
the
being
worst,
nice.
yada yada yada, and I'm just like, the audacity.
Guys do that all the time.
The gall.
Baby. And I was still being very nice. And when I tell everybody the story, Steve and a few of my other friends was like, the old Nieema would have been said, suck my dick. And
I mean, yes.
Yeah. But I was trying something different this summer, and it didn't work.
And how did that work out?
It did not work.
And
it didn't
so
work.
now you have to go back to the old ways.
As it was my old ways.
In both scenarios, you told me after the fact.
I did, because I like to figure my shit out first and make my own mistakes in private, and then tell
That's
Steve.
Cool.
Rightfully
but
so.
Then through the last decade of you telling me shit after the fact, had you told me prior, you could have avoided that shit.
Because there's been a lot of situations when I told Steven first, and he'd be like, dub it. I'm like, okay. And it saved me some time.
Okay.
It'd be really that easy. But this time I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm really bugging. Maybe you just want to try something. You just want to try something different outside of what your norm. Because sometimes when it comes to dating, it could just be you. You could just be your own problem.
Your own
yeah. So I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Then,
ladies, niggas is set up,
baby.
I mean,
they have daddy, mommy issues. They have a lot of shit going on, worse than some females out here.
They have personal issues.
Yeah, it's throwing
daddy
me off.
issues,
don't blame
mommy
the
issues,
parents. It's not always the
issues,
parents.
attire issues.
It's
a lot.
If they look in the mirror, all their answers will be solved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, that ass niggas don't be looking in mirrors.
They really don't. They really don't.
That's why they look musty.
And
they can't really figure out their own shit because they're not looking at themselves.
That's true. Looking at everybody else. And how everybody else is,
they're looking at Instagram,
viewing them,
Ouch.
and still fucking up.
How you have a
filter? Well, look at who they look at on Instagram.
How you have a filter and still look ugly? I don't understand.
Baby, I've seen it.
Some
people. That's definitely possible.
Totally off from my story. I hate when I go to people Instagram, especially girls, and all their pictures are fucking filters. I can't see your face. I don't know how you really look.
Meme is a theme.
No.
Her whole page, fucking Snapchat filters.
It's a theme.
No.
Bitch, your eyes ain't this big.
Ouch.
Your eyes is not this big. You don't have a butterfly halo.
Let's not do this.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. So I called.
It needs to be done.
I took a few days. Spoke to him. I was like, okay, maybe. But in the back of my head, I'm like, this shit is really about to be a dub when I get back in the States. When I come back to the States, this shit is over.
It's quiet for you.
Right.
I can't, And then he made it a lot easier when I tried to be an adult about it. And, explain things to him. And I just felt like he wasn't respecting me, my boundaries, or my feelings in that moment of how I felt like, I'm telling you I'm not interested no more and this is not going to work.
Right.
And you are flipping the story like you're a victim. It's fucking dating. I don't think men
don't like rejection.
Women don't like it either.
No, not as much as men.
Yeah, but men and women complain about how people ghost them and don't explain things to him. So I know how it felt when someone just completely ghost. And
boo, nigga.
Shut up.
No power. Ghost, no power.
Boo, nigga.
And I was like, I want to, because we spent time together and we spoken about things, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, I at least want to extend this courtesy to you and let you know, that I'm no longer interested.
Give me a break.
And
oh, brother.
I was trying to be an adult. We can make fun of it now, but I was really trying. I was really trying to do things differently and be an adult and step outside of what I'm used to, just to make sure I'm not the problem when it comes to dating. Because a lot of times we don't take into consideration, like, it can't be everybody else.
Of course not.
Sometimes it's fucking you, and maybe what you're used to doing is not working for you. And I tried,
and I commend you, but at the same tune, you could be a mature adult. You could handle this shit irrationally. You could do all these shits, but at the end of the day, that level of you being transparent and honest, it doesn't even matter how you approach it.
Right.
They're only hearing one thing. Nah, they ain't fucking with me no more.
Right.
A word, really, like.
And that was the reaction I got, and then it solidified. Like, okay, so now I feel like you're a little bit of a liar. You're manipulative.
A little bit.
Okay, very manipulative, and then borderline narcissistic in a sense,
and a
because
psychopath.
Then it was like, and then it was like, because then it was like, oh, I felt like my time was wasted, and I was like, I'm sorry.
Oh, he one of those niggas.
Yeah, I felt like my time was wasted. I was his.
Yo, I spent mad money on all these dates and I ain't get shit. No,
money and time are two different things.
He was like, I felt like I was.
That's
always
what he wanted to say.
Well,
I'm not even gonna go there.
Time was wasted. Nigga, you look like a raccoon. You should have been. Anyway.
That's Steven's words, not mine.
Well, I'll tell you who it is when we off here. Have you told him?
Yeah, he knew from the very beginning.
Oh, so you told him and he told me.
Don't
Because me
and more than likely knew. Did he not know first?
No, you knew. You the only one who knew. Steven just found out.
I win.
When the shit hit the fan last week.
All right.
And you ain't giving no warning signs?
Well, see, first of all, this is why communication is important.
You ain't giving no warning signs?
Clearly, we were not communicating.
We
warning signs. What can I warn about?
We were on our break during the time I had started
speaking
to him or whatever. And me and Vixon talk about, dating and like a lot of things very, very openly. Probably more than what me and you might talk about on a daily. Me and Vixon talk about things.
I didn't know he broke up with somebody.
Right. Right. Didn't find that out until we started being friends again.
I just found out today. So there's that.
Riddle me this.
Well,
but he had this whole big breakdown. I was
mystery.
his words. He said he was like how I would never find anybody like him or as transparent as him.
I don't like when people
yada
say
yada
that.
yada.
I don't like
and
when
that's
people
when
say that.
I was like, where's my old hat at? Because now I gotta put my suck my dick hat on because now I feel like you're playing with me right now. Because I was chilling the whole time.
I'm not making a suck my dick hat.
I was chilling the whole time, and I had to just
Nobody
get my hat
is printing that
and put it on and flex. I was like, first of all, my nigga.
Word, now I'm tight at you because you was nice.
But again, I was trying.
Well, she should be nice.
Okay,
what are you talking about?
right.
You will be nice.
I didn't go into this. I'm not gonna go into the specifics of what led up to that, but that's why I was being so nice.
You handled it differently, and you expected different results, and that wasn't the case. And as a result,
you told me you wanted me to
like,
be honest
but then
about
when motherfuckers show
everything,
their
and
ass,
I did it.
When a motherfucker show their ass, now you gotta put them on their ass.
And that's what I did. Eventually, I did. I'm like, because I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know what you expected. Dating is you date, you figure out if you want to deal with somebody. Shit, if you don't, then you don't. Like, my nigga, I'm sorry you upset.
Right.
I'm fucking sorry. I don't know what to tell you, but I
But
don't
fuck with you. You can't own their emotions.
Yeah.
That's what I learned.
And I feel like he was trying to use that to make me feel bad. To be like, okay, let's do this. And it's like, no, my nigga, like, I'm dead ass serious. Like, I'm not interested no more. And like, he was just texting me, and I didn't reply. And then finally, he was just like, I'll do whatever it takes to make this work. I'm sorry. I did get upset, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, no. And then a few days later, he texted me again, like, is there anything I can possibly do? And at that point, I felt like you're a bug out. Because now you're trying to use a sympathy card to make me feel bad for you. So that means you try to make women feel bad for you to want to be with you. So have you ever been in, like, a real healthy relationship that didn't rely on someone feeling like they needed to save you or help you or, like, feel bad for being, you know what I'm saying? Like when you start, when someone starts to do that, it came off, I'm not going to say that word. I didn't like it.
Okay.
It felt very very Beggy Bundy to me.
Beggy Bundy.
It was just like,
that's a new one.
Desperate, you know? And then it comes to terms to the point, like, maybe I was someone different that he dated. Maybe I was...
You were another caliber.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why
he was out of your league. Well, you was out of his league.
I don't want to say, I don't like to say shit like that, but I don't know what else it could have been for you to react that way. We was dating for like 2 months for you to be this invested in deep in your feelings.
2 months, all right, he'll be alright.
Then he DM'd
There's
me.
more?
Yeah. So then he
but
DM'd
wait,
me.
More after what you told me?
Yeah.
I remember. Then he DM'd me
Yikes.
a week later. Like, I miss
tired.
you. I'm sorry. This and this and that. And this is going to segue into something else when it comes to dating. Women, we need to be more safe. So I was like, let me just have a conversation with this nigga, like, cause I don't know what's going on. Listen, I'm sorry, I don't want to date you. This is the case, yada yada yada. He was still going back and forth. I was like, you're overwhelming me. You're not respecting my boundaries. I don't want to be with you. Please leave me alone. Please stop. At some point, we could have been friends, but I don't even know if we could be friendly with each other at this point because you're making it very uncomfortable.
Right.
So a week after that, this week actually, I just passed my homegirl, text me a screenshot. She said, yo, this nigga is weird. It's definitely a fuck out of him. He started following her. So I post my friends a lot on my Instagram stories, and I like share they shit. You know, we shout each other out. So I'm like, maybe that's how he saw it. We just had a 3-year anniversary party. I tagged her. Maybe he's seen on the podcast page or my page and like clicked. You know, I don't know. It was still very weird. Then he started watching my Instagram stories and like liking my pictures. And I'm like, it's been mad quiet for him. Now all of a sudden he pops up again. So I'm like, well, maybe he found it on our podcast page. So I go to the podcast page and I realize he's not following my personal page. So then I'm like, well, let me see if he's following the podcast page. I go to his page to see if he's following us. He was following everybody I work with. Everybody. And not like random people I follow. We follow some of the same people. Or like random co-workers like, how the fuck you know? No, like people I really bang with. Like all of my good girlfriends he was following. And I was like,
following
all right.
Bangers,
I'm like, all in the same day. He followed all of them the same day.
I see.
And I work with them. So it's not like you just
creepy.
randomly on my page,
That's
just following people.
creepy.
It was specific people. Like how?
Police.
So now I'm like a little scared and a little pissed off because now I feel like you're really violating me. You're doing too much right now. This shit is weird. I've never had this happen to me before. So I had to hit all my girls up like, hey y'all.
Block party.
Can you please block this guy? Please. And I told them what happened, and they were like, Nieema, you know, you're gonna be okay. I'm like, yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be good. But it was just like, I feel like men don't realize that a lot of times you make women feel unsafe. You make us very fucking uncomfortable by some of the things you do, and you don't fucking care. You genuinely, a lot of these men genuinely don't fucking care because they're very selfish and they want what they want. It's been too many times this summer when I don't give a fuck what I had on. I've been followed, blocks, on foot with somebody following behind me for like 3 blocks. I had to stop and go to a corner store and have the owners walk me back to my building. I've had cars follow me. I have a nigga on a train like grab my arm. Like, y'all have to stop doing that. If a woman is not interested, she's not interested. You don't need to go above and beyond and become fucking creepy and disrespectful and just make her feel uncomfortable.
Because men's egos can't accept the fact that they're being rejected.
It's when I say immature. I'm not interested, say okay. Don't be like, do you need a friend? Nigga, no, because you ain't look at me talking about, I think she could be a good fucking friend. Like, just stop. That's not what you fucking thought. And this, between that guy having with his coworker showing up, and in this situation, and then another situation that happened when another guy just popped up at my job. You men are very fucking disrespectful and disgusting, and y'all pretty much ain't shit, and half of y'all probably should have been swallowed or shooting in a sock.
Say it with me,
because it just really pisses me off.
Men are trash.
Humans are trash, but yeah,
these
specific men are trash.
It's okay to say those men are trash. Let's be real.
They're trash.
I will say that from the mountaintops.
They're trash.
Take it from me.
You're so stupid.
I'm one of them.
You're like.
But I'm getting better.
What did she say? You're like shiny garbage or recycling bin?
Oh, you talking about Aura?
Yeah.
When she was like, you're a recycle bin. You're not trash, but you're a recycle bin.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
No, dead ass.
I'll take that.
It's like, just, I mean, there was a time a while back I was just thinking about it in my head. It's like, y'all women really be on fucking, like have to be on high alert.
All the fucking time.
I said that on the show before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But, like, this really, stuff like this has never happened to me before, so I'm never really, not that I'm thinking it can't happen to me, but it's not something I expect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then it happened in 3
consecutive
instances.
It's thin line between love and hate, just in reverse.
It's crazy, and it's in a lot of my friends were joking like, Nieema, you fucked them. I'm like, no, we ain't do shit. Like, I ain't.
You don't even have to touch
them. Even that response is like toxic.
It's toxic, and it's like, it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not funny. No, I didn't do anything with any of these men, but be a good person, have great conversation, and enjoy my time with them when I did. But I feel like men always want to have the higher up. They want to be able to say, I don't want you.
Right.
But when they meet women who are very secure in themselves, who could be like, actually, I don't want to fuck with this no more. This is working out for me. They don't know how to take that. They don't know how to take that, and it's just like, where does that conversation?
Because their egos get attacked.
Start?
They can't fathom the fact that someone is denying them because they're such a nice guy, which is fuck shit in itself. You're not a nice guy.
So was Chucky. Chucky was a good guy.
Was
he?
Was he?
Well, no. I mean, the toy was called Good Guy.
Yeah.
Or Good Buddy or some shit.
He was a good guy.
And a good guy. He was a murderer. So there's that. These nice guys out here aren't nice.
They're not, and I realized that. I was like, he's really nice.
I've used to fall into that trap too, saying like, "Oh, I'm such a nice guy, but I'm a nice guy," and then I used to do some fuck shit.
Trash shit.
You're not a nice person.
No, it's a nice fuck boy. That's what I call him, a nice fuck boy. Yeah, because
at least be honest about your shit. Oh well, there you go.
That's what it is.
Lawrence
a bunch of Lawrences out here,
and
those are the scariest ones because you never expected to come from them. You actually think because they're smart and intelligent enough to, read, respond, and reiterate that they would respect you.
The 3 R's.
Listen, they don't.
Nice guys that call themselves nice guys aren't nice.
They don't give a fuck.
Nice guys shouldn't have to be calling themselves nice guys.
Right. And then he brought up, he was like, when I first met you, you said you wanted something real, and I gave you that, and look what you're doing.
All right.
I was like, nigga,
all right, Carl Thomas, shut up.
And look what I'm doing.
He had that one in the tuck.
Baby, in the chamber, ready.
He definitely been using that with other people.
I don't give a fuck. I honestly don't. It's not gonna work on me, obviously. This is too much.
I'm trying to drink you with the best I ever had. Shut your ass up.
Ain't gonna work on me.
Don't do this. Don't embarrass yourself. Live and learn, then get hugs. That's all I gotta say.
That is cute. Live, learn, then get hugs. I like
Some
that.
niggas need hugs too.
They do, but I'm not giving them shits out.
You don't have, no, you have to be the hugger.
I can't.
You don't have to be the hugger.
Hug is too much.
They could be exiled. I prefer them being exiled.
But the funny...
Yeah.
Send them to the wall?
Yeah.
The funniest
I don't think they should be walking these streets.
I mean, granted.
Steven is dead serious and it's creeping me out.
I mean, how big is Rikers again?
Word, let's get the real criminals in there.
Word, get ass.
Let's get the real. He just sold a little weed. He's not out here womanizing people.
The criminals are amongst us. Send them all to the island. Son.
The funny part is when I was like, after I was like, I don't want to date him anymore, whatever the case may be. I'm like, oh, I don't even got to tell Steven this. This shit is like, it never existed, Men in Black. Right. But then we started bugging out. I was like, well.
Nah, you should have told me just because who it was.
I feel like that's why I didn't, because
you thought I was going to spaz?
No, in case it didn't work, it was just like...
You should have told me off the rip who it was, and I would have told you no.
You should have. I should have done that, right?
Well,
yeah.
I was very naive.
I know you, and even though you don't necessarily have a type, there's certain attributes that you like in the men that you date.
Yeah.
And he didn't. I don't know what the fuck he checked off. He's breathing.
Check.
He has a job. All right.
Ooh.
He makes income, sort of. Okay.
When Steven gets in his shady bag, he really gets in his shady bag, son.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, sometimes as people, we get in the way of our own happiness and our own bullshit. So I'm not going to say he was a completely terrible person, because I did enjoy having a conversation with him. It could have ended gracefully until he completely
enough to talk shit about them. So
until it completely went off the rails. You know what I'm saying? I saw a
that
different,
shit was never
and I
supposed to
saw
happen.
a different. I agree with Steven. I saw a different side of him. But again, I was, fuck it. I tried it. It didn't work. It backfired. Chuck it up.
We all have the one person.
Yeah,
it just should never happen.
It just should never happen. We probably should just been really good friends.
Really nice.
Not even that.
Not really good, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just
not even
cool,
friends.
Just cool, just acquaintances.
Cohorts, as Steven said the other day. Cohorts.
Steven is so annoying.
He's giving me weird. If I say it'll make it obvious. He was giving me weird vibes.
The point is, ladies and gentlemen listening.
But to piggyback off of Steven, I felt those vibes, and I explained it to him. Like, I always felt very peculiar energy between us when we were together.
The fact you have to say peculiar to a nigga, that's just the first time.
I was going to say something that would have been way too on the nose, so I'm going to save it after the show. I was going to give people advice, but the word I was going to use was going to be way too specific.
Right.
Trust your blank.
Right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you
stop with the
as you go on dating or anything else like that, just trust your gut and you know what I'm saying? Trust your blank.
Baby.
Trust your blank.
And I told Steven, he was like, he's not even your fucking type, and I was just like, I do.
This whole episode just turned into Nieema's dating life.
It's good.
Chapter.
It's fun. I think people like to hear my wacky ass fucking
Happy
stories.
3 years, y'all.
Yeah, because I ain't trying to go through the shit you be going through.
Word.
I'll give up.
Yeah, it's crazy. All the shit I've been through. I just like, okay.
All right, it's another year now. Let's just promise ourselves.
This is why I always say, like, if I was a woman, if I had been born a woman, like, I'd have been fucking ruthless.
I mean, at this point,
because niggas is fucking whack jobs.
Yeah.
We are
at
legit whack jobs. I definitely would have caught a body.
Well,
I mean,
after
I told
full justification.
people what happened, you know, I was nervous. I was scared because I'm like, you don't know where I work at. I've never discussed where I work at, but it's very strange that everyone you follow on Instagram I work with. So now I'm a little nervous, like, very closely.
Pop up, but no pop up shop.
I didn't feel, comfortable with that situation. The way he reacted and other stuff that was going on. You never know what people are thinking. You know what I'm saying? So
that's very discouraging.
Long story short, niggas was ready to pull up. They was ready.
Just do
and
better.
I was just like, we're grown. We don't need to take it there. If something really happens, and I'll let you know. They gave me something to protect myself with.
Why can't we just do better, men and ladies? Whatever. Just everyone do better.
So my hot girl summer was lukewarm. So I'm trying to
seemed a bit tainted based on this story.
Shut up.
Yikes.
I mean, I had a few good dates, so throughout the summer, some good times.
But that's life. Life is about duality. Good and bad.
Good and bad, and the fucking weird. I feel like
I don't think the duality covers the weird part, but go on.
I feel like, for me, myself, not too much things really bother me. to where someone else who's probably dealt with a lot of things I dealt with, they probably couldn't handle it. To me,
True.
I just be like, man, it happened. Fuck it. I gotta get over and I gotta keep moving. A lot of shit just don't bother me, and that's probably why I get myself into these situations, because I still go into it lighthearted, thinking the best,
you know,
and trying to give people the benefit of the doubt.
If you let these experiences continue to like fuck with you, then you're just gonna be mad bitter.
Yeah, and mad resentful about everything. And that's no way to live.
No, I like to laugh too much.
You deserve, sis.
Yeah. Oh, that's so adorable. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Long story short, I'm still single. I'm still out here.
Good.
Same.
I will say that despite the crazy, I don't know if I should use that word, but despite the crazy that I dealt with within these different men, the caliber of men, excluding one, is really good.
Okay, it's gonna be.
They all have really good jobs, really good careers, so that part has gotten better.
All right. Well,
now we just gotta get the
sanity part.
Sociopath part.
Well, I mean,
sanity part.
And that just comes down to really asking the real questions.
Right. And you know what? I'm happy with this experience. I asked all the right questions and I took notes and I knew, like, okay, bitch, just not gonna work. What's the next sign? And boom, got the sign. I was like, yeah,
correct.
Work.
So
I knew ahead on that it wasn't gonna go that far, but I just want to make sure, and that it wasn't necessarily me.
And now you take all those lessons and you roll it over to the next one.
And you throw it in. What's they throw it in the garbage? Take the lessons with me. Throw the niggas in the garbage.
That part.
Boom.
Ding ding
There you
ding.
go. So
we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
See, you can't exile them into the trash bin.
Yeah.
And clear the trash bin. Don't just throw it in the trash.
Empty
trash.
Empty your trash.
Empty the trash can.
Just like on your computer, empty the trash.
Gotcha. Throw it in the trash.
No recovery files.
Discard it.
If anything, throw it in the trash bin, clear the trash bin, shut down the computer, throw the computer out the window.
And then once you throw it out the window, go down the steps, go outside, stomp on it several times.
With the Timbs.
Oh my goodness.
And pull out the hard drive and just set it on fire.
Word.
Oh my goodness. But before we wrap up, I just want to say happy birthday to my good girlfriend, Colandra. Her birthday's today. Y'all probably won't hear this until tomorrow. But shout out to her.
Yeah,
and shout out to Andrea. Her
She's
birthday
so
was 2
little.
weeks ago.
She's petite.
Spicy. And shout out to Andrea. Her birthday was the day of our 3-year anniversary. The day before, yeah.
I didn't know.
The day before.
Happy belated.
Yeah.
Even though she made me take the extra shot.
Oh my Virgos. He enjoyed the
You'll
shot.
be fine. He was fine.
I survived.
He probably would.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that on here.
Ouch.
Yes, guys. So this is the end of our episode, and we're just really excited to
talk again.
Get another year with you guys.
Word.
And I definitely want to have more communication and interaction with all of you. Because a lot of you guys, I speak to, you guys DM me.
True.
And I speak to a lot of you guys. Shout out to COD. I went out to Canada and I met up with one of our listeners.
Oh, you international now.
And I had so much fucking fun with her.
Where's the proof?
You getting money.
Did you post that?
Look at you. You got
See, that's the thing.
fans.
When I went on vacation, I was just enjoying myself. A lot of the good times I had, I didn't post.
But you at least have to post with the listeners. Come on.
It was only one girl.
Still.
We got fucked. It was so much. She took me like a really cute place in Canada to a bar. The drinks was good. The food was good. The music was good.
Shout out to all people in the six.
She brought me this really good pizza that I had out in Toronto. She was dope, and I'm trying to get her to come to New York.
Did we get any pizza, Steven? The answer's no.
No, you didn't get any pizza.
We weren't there. Why would we get any pizza?
But it was fun. So I want to have more. I want to have more moments like that. It was pretty random. I was like, she might not want to meet me. I might be kind of scary to her. But I was like, hey,
why would you be scary to her?
I'm a complete stranger. You don't
And
even
you're a
listen to me necessarily. You know what I'm saying?
You're
so
also
it was like
a foreigner from the States. So,
right. You want to come up. You want to hang out. So I was like, hey, I know you.
I don't see it like that, but okay.
I'm like, I know you live out here in
I'm pulling up.
and I'm here. Maybe we can go out here for a few days. And she was like, hell yeah, I'm so excited.
And you showed her a good time.
You trying to get into? You trying to get lit?
Word.
Come off bad aggressive.
Man,
when we start touring, we're gonna start meeting our fans.
Yeah, I want to meet you guys, and let us know where you guys reside at. I haven't been to Philly yet, so if we have any listeners in Philly,
you gotta come.
I want to pull up in Philly. I want you to show me a good time.
Let's roll through the Philly.
Bianca's driving.
And check out V.
Right.
That'd be a good time. We should do that.
So you got me all 65 of her cousins.
Yes.
Yeah, every time I meet Bianca.
And her mom.
Every time I meet Bianca, I meet another cousin.
Yeah.
I lost count.
I can't wait. I want to go for Thanksgiving. I told Mom I want to come for Thanksgiving. She said, yeah, and bring some traps sangria.
It's going to be a fucking...
She said, bring some traps sangria and my coquito.
It's going to be a fucking problem if we pull up to Thanksgiving.
I'm ready for it.
She got, like... Her family's probably similar to yours, of, like, really authentic black family, like, everybody talking shit.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay, I'm about it.
Yeah, that's going to be fun, then.
Yeah,
I'm going to do that.
I'm going to pull up.
This sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. So, we are going to have a lot more in store for you guys. I'm sorry. I have the worst headache because I went out last night and this headache is like hounding.
She was like, we're going to have... I was like, do we?
We have things in store?
Yeah, we have some things in store. I have some things going on in my brain. I just haven't told them yet. Yeah.
We'll catch on.
All right. Yeah. Well, we got things planned, so just stay tuned.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed your summer. Drafting season has started.
Oh yes, the season of cuffing.
So if you're into that whole thing,
I'm taking a knee like Cap, and I'm out. I'm not doing that.
You're not?
No, thank you.
Listen, yeah, he is.
I'm not cuffing with.
Didn't you go out Friday?
Did I go out Friday?
Yeah.
What did I do Friday?
You can't remember. He definitely.
Don't do this.
Right, man, listen.
Don't
see,
it's been a long ass week.
This is episode 120.
No, actually, I did go on Friday.
This is episode 120. By 125, he gonna have
all right.
He gonna have a ting.
That's 5 weeks. You crazy?
He gonna have a ting.
I'm gonna have no ting unless it's the fucking drink. You wildin'.
He gonna have a ting.
I don't want a ting.
I'm gonna start evaluating your women.
Please put me on 3-way for this call.
Please. I'm not volunteering in any.
Or just send me screenshots.
I love Vixen.
Just send me screenshots. That's all I need.
Vixen.
That's all I need. I don't even need to respond. You don't even need to say anything.
I already had one homegirl tell me that I need to know my worth, and that was enough to shake me out of my bullshit. So.
No, it did not. Because she told you that before. And then what happened?
Well, she told me in the midst. In the midst of. I told you that story.
We're going to go with that.
All right.
What happened after that story?
Then I shaved up a little bit. A lot of it.
I'm going to be his ass.
The point is...
Episode 123, he gonna have a ting.
All right.
123,
okay.
he gonna have a ting. He gonna have a ting.
Steven will be in his art exhibits, living his best life, sipping on champagne.
Ice wine's pumpkin. We got to get some ice wine.
Look, man, I'm cultured.
We should just fly out to Toronto real quick and get ice wine and come back.
Oh, I got to do my passport. Fuck.
Can you please?
Definitely have a
Every
passport.
time I'm about to do it, something happens. And
that
I got to spend my money to do some shit.
So yeah, we could fly to Toronto real quick, get some ice wine.
Come on, Steven.
Or we could just go. We could go to Niagara, but we could stay on the U.S. side.
Oh, never been to Niagara.
Then again, the way America looking, you know what? Free healthcare don't sound too bad.
Does Dubway have a Toronto studio?
I mean,
we could just vlog.
Or we could just start the branch. We could start the Dubway branch.
We could vlog it.
Word. That'd be dope.
I'll teach myself a little some engineering here and there.
Can I get a drone?
In Canada? Probably.
Can you get a drone into Canada?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
We could rent one.
We could build one.
Y'all want me on that. Just being honest with you guys. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up this show because I have some hot girl shit to get into.
Only one fucking set of wings is gonna work.
Baby, if it has wings, I'm like, it need wings. It ain't look like it had wings in the other one.
That shit only gonna go up like 2 feet.
It's not gonna go anywhere. Honestly, it's gonna look.
Or it's just gonna fucking just turn in a circle and be stationary.
That part.
Yikes.
I'm gonna go with that part. I know myself.
And then it gets shot down. Good job.
How you gonna get shot down if it don't go up? Well. Safe. It went from a fucking drone to one of the Roombas.
No. I wish they would. This is like legit shit. Like I'm not good with this, so that would be it. Shit just gonna be spinning around in a circle.
And then Pacey definitely gonna attack it.
He hates dumb shit. My mother was vacuuming last night. He was like, "What are you doing?" Like he was so pissed off. Like this is loud. It's disturbing.
Word.
My relaxation.
Pacey squaring up on.
Wait, what time of the day was it?
You know it's hella. No, I was getting ready to go out, so it's like 7:38.
That's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why he was annoyed.
It's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Pacey squaring up on a fucking vacuum is nuts.
I love Miss Coleman, but she be wildin'. And she listens, so she'll probably say something.
Yeah, she be like, "What Steven said about me, nigga? You heard him. He said you be wildin'."
Nah, I'll just send Dot to go put it in her place.
But your sis be wildin'. I'd be like, Tiara, Nah, you talk too much.
That's the only human being I fear in life.
My sister.
Yeah,
Love that girl. Shout out to my sissy.
vicious.
And I hope she's feeling
She
better.
be going 0 to 100 before the Drake song was out.
Yeah. Yeah. She's the sneaky one. You gotta watch.
Nah, she ain't sneaky. She ain't no sneaky one. If you keep your head on the swivel, she ain't the sneaky one. If you got, that's on you. That's on you.
Protect your neck.
But yes,
stay with the shit.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Wrap it up. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys supporting us.
You guys are amazing.
For the other shows listening, we are back here in the building. So,
yeah, come through.
Come through. Let us come
through.
Invite us. I want to go on shows. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go on other shows with y'all. So
yeah, let's go on. Invite us on your show. I want to have some fun. I want to talk shit.
I got some people that I'll definitely like to pull up on the shows. So we should definitely make that happen.
Yeah, we can reach out to them.
Yeah.
And be inappropriate. I like to be inappropriate. It's way more fun.
I remember when we was on the Blueprint.
Yikes! What I said.
You was just being a mess.
No, y'all two were a mess.
We were?
There's video evidence.
Was so long ago.
No.
And that shit was fucking
evidence.
Rude.
It was rude?
Yes.
It was a little rude.
Which one? The first one we did or the second one we did? We was only there twice.
The fact you have to ask which one?
We were only there once. What are you talking about?
We was there twice.
I'm talking about when we was there physically.
Physically. We were there physically both times. You mean in their studio, not when they came to us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. When y'all went to them, y'all remember.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When people was looking for, like, help for their life
and
issues.
Y'all just started fucking riffing.
Oh, you a dumb. Like, how the fuck you out here moving? I was like, damn. Probably shouldn't have said that, but I already said it. So
listen, somebody was like whining a lot, like complaining.
And this is why we don't do listener questions, because y'all can't help nobody.
I mean,
like
I'm
talking to somebody that's a social worker, and she was saying how she couldn't be a psychiatrist because it's like, yo, people be complaining about some shit that they could.
Some dumb shit.
Yeah, like stupid dumb shit.
I mean,
if I was ever a psychiatrist, my suicide rate would probably increase.
Well, psychiatrists, people do a lot of men and women with mental illness too. So.
Correct.
So as if you're a therapist, it might be a little bit different. Niggas is just out here.
Yeah.
Need somebody to talk to. But
psychiatrists,
they have mental illness.
Y'all can't even handle your own problems. How y'all handle other people's?
Y'all can't even handle like a pretty bitch fucking with y'all without y'all going crazy.
All right, that's very specific. Very specific.
You know, and on that note, I'm going to enjoy my hot girl
all
night.
It's football Sunday, so I'm about to go watch the game.
I'm about to go link up with people and get busy. So
Vixon got some money to make.
See, get busy. He
he got some money to make.
Money to make? What are you talking about?
In my story, he's about to go get him a thing.
All right.
You know that's his bag, the networking bag that ends up being a thing.
I always network. But that's
neither
here nor there.
Even decline it.
That's neither here nor there.
He'd even decline it. He'd even decline.
I live in my truth.
It's network, then
network.
All right. Now we're done. Now we're done.
Bye,
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
That was a visual I did not need.
We are out here. Fuck y'all talking about? Sophisticated ignorance. Are y'all fucking crazy?
That's a fact. Talk
Are y'all
that shit.
Yo, y'all getting me tight. Like, I be out here trying to be humble. Let's not get fucking crazy. Sophisticated ignorance. All right?